Welcome in on this beautiful Tuesday night here at the Olathe District Athletic Complex. Mike Smith live on 810varsity.com, bringing you soccer action once again in the state of Kansas High School. St. James Academy Thunder taking on the Olathe South Falcons. Both teams have a little bit of different records coming into tonight's contest. St. James sitting at 1-3 on the season, lone win coming in the first round of the Blue Valley West Fat Cat tournament last week against Topeka West. It was a 5-0 victory for the Thunder there. They fell in their next two competitions in that tournament and fell in their season opener to St. Thomas Aquinas 1-0. Olathe South comes into this contest against the Thunder 3-1 on the season. They took third place in the Olathe Invitational tournament recently. Their lone loss coming against Shawnee Mission Northwest. They've only given up 3 goals on the season in the 4 contests. Those 3 goals coming to Shawnee Mission Northwest. They pitched a shutout in the other 3. Olathe South will be done in their white jerseys with blue numbers, blue lettering, as well as blue shorts, while St. James will be in their navy blue jerseys and shorts, white numbering. In goal for the Falcons, Nick Riggle. A sophomore. Sean Bronner will be his counterpart for St. James, a sophomore as well. Bronner has 1 shutout on the season. Riggle has 3. And we're off here with Olathe South trying to go push it down the far side. That one's going to be out of play off Nate Opperman. Opperman, one of the premier players for the Falcons. Ranked 19th in the Heartland region by TopDrawerSoccer.com is Opperman for 2012 players. Falcons still have possession. Throw in far side. That one thrown into Johnson. Broken up by the Thunder. Martin tries to clear. Kept in by the Falcons. Now out of play. We saw in the contest thus far for St. James this season, the early dictation of pace has been a huge factor in both contests. We saw the last one coming against Olathe North. Olathe North able to dictate the pace within the first part of that first half. Came away with a goal early and took the lead and never looked back from there. That game was brought to a stop before the contest was officially over. At about 4 minutes left in the game. The score was 2-1, but rain and lightning ended up canceling the rest of that contest. Lineback with the throw in near side. Finds Inna. Inna tries to chip it towards the middle for Brothy. Broken up by the Falcons. Taken by Hill. Hill working back towards the middle. Hill going to go to far side. That one ahead for Saveston. Saveston plays it out right into the Thunder bench. St. James will take possession. 2 minutes gone by here in the contest in Olathe, Kansas at the Olathe District Athletic Complex, or ODAC. Tracked down by Diegendorf, poked into the air right about midfield. Controlled by Saveston, who plays it back for his defensive back line. Vassar now with it, back towards the middle, looking for Hill. Header by Marquez. Going to be tracked down by Vassar near side. Anna trying to poke it away. Can't come away with the tackle. Still controlled by the Falcons. Stolen away by Diegendorf, then knocked out by Linton. Lineback to take the throw in. Finds Inna. Poke back towards the middle, looking for Marquez. Marquez gets it stolen away. Now the Falcons pushing. Falcons got it as Berner comes flying out, and that one's going to go in there. Berner came out to challenge from the top of the 18, but that's going to be a goal for Olathe South. Nate Opperman with the goal. Nate Opperman, the gentleman that I mentioned earlier, one of the premier players for the Falcons, gets on the board early. So Olathe South leads it at home 1-0 with with 3 minutes gone by in the contest. I talked about that pace being dictated early. We see it coming to play here as Olathe South has taken control of the contest. Now with a 1-0 advantage, we'll see St. James on the reset from midfield. Inna to hand it off to Brophy. Brophy back to Inna. Looking for Brophy ahead, but stolen away by the Falcons' defense. Thomas now with it, tries to chip ahead, nice pass. Brian Johnson's going to corral. Lineback with the defense. Johnson tries to fire, and that one's in on the side of the goal and out of play. So quick rebound right there for another shot on goal for Olathe South. Keeping the pressure here. There's 30 seconds gone by on the clock from when they just put the first tally on the board in today's contest. It'll be a goal kick for St. James. Gardner from the back line puts it back in play. Controlled by Colress and the Thunder at midfield. Going far side and going to be out of play. Falcons with the throw in right in front of their own bench. Falcons get the throw in off of one of their own players. Still a scrum for it towards midfield. Brophy and Inna get a piece of it. Chipped ahead. That one looking for Jones. Jones can't track it down. Back line for Olathe South now with it. Push it over near side is Vassar. Vassar going to take it himself across midfield. Diggendorf challenges. He pokes it away and out of play it goes. Vassar will take the throw in. Quickly back in. Off to Savaston. Now over to Johnson. Johnson trying to work around his defender Marquez. Marquez with a nice tackle and steal. Marquez now up the center. He's tripped up. Penalty. That's coming on Hill of Olathe South. Free kick right behind midfield. Lineback to take this one. Lineback skies that one towards the far side. Header won by Olathe South. Opperman looking far side, poked out. Johnson was the intended teammate for the pass by Opperman. Opperman once again now with it. Dispossessed and out of play. Kept in by the Falcons. Opperman now back. Tries to center it up. Diggendorf with a slide tackle. Still stays in favor of the Falcons. Lineback missed on the initial clearing attempt. Then poked it away. Marquez now. Was looking far side. Falcons now with it. Hill. Hill working around Marquez. Centered up. Barner top of the sixth to snag that one. 34 minutes left here in the first half of action. St. James Academy Thunder taking on Olathe South Falcons. Olathe South leading already. 3 minutes gone by in the contest. The Falcons put a tally on the board. Nice job by Opperman to get around Borner, who came out to challenge at the top of the 18, and Opperman just snuck it around him right into the goal. Far side, Hill, quick pass to Savaston. Savaston around one defender through another. Lineback will clear, but off of Savaston's leg. Over to Martin. Recontrolled on the clear by the Falcons. Brophy with the steal. Brophy chips ahead. He's got Inna. Inna the lone Thunder player there. Vassar will take it. Lineback intercepts that one. Now over to Marquez. Marquez ahead for Inna. Looks like Hill may have gotten a piece of that. Knocked it back to the back midfielder. And Thomas. Gardner with the clear. Straight up the middle. Right to Savaston. Jones gets a leg on it. Jones trying to track it down far side, but Olathe South will get to it. Johnson with it. Out of play. Substitution for St. James. Austin Denny and Nick Frank coming in for the Thunder. As we see Robert Hooven into the contest for the Falcons as well. Ball still in favor of St. James Academy as it went out of bounds front of the Falcons bench. Played ahead for Inna. Inna straight towards the top of the 18. Tries to chip ahead. That one looking for Jones. Whistle and offsides is the call. Free kick now coming from the top of the 18 goal box for Olathe South. Far side, header won by Martin. Knocked to Marquez, but he's going to lose possession. Savastin with it. Thunder repossess with Frank. Martin now. Going to chip it back towards the middle. Knocked down and out of play. Thunder with the throw in. Thunder fire that throw in on the far side of the attacking third. In and out with it. Try to chip for Jones. Jones trying to cross, and it's going to go off the Falcons. Stay in play. Jones will regain possession. In and out with it over to Frank. Frank fires the one right towards the center. Wide open space. In with the shot. Snagged up by Riggle. Nice job, though, by the Thunder to work that inside the goal box. Stephen Inna fired the shot. He's got 3 goals on the season. A hat trick coming against Topeka West. Did Stephen Inna. A counterattack now coming by the Falcons. Picked up by Martin on the back line. Pushed ahead. Marquez now with it. Going to play it back to the defense. Gardner. This guy's over everybody's head. Going to be tracked down by the Falcons defense. Vassar now near side. Ahead for Hooven. Hooven now for Thomas. Thomas near side working around the line back to defense. Thomas still have it. Trying to set up one of his teammates, but can't get to it. Out of play it goes. And that's going to go to St. James. They're going to take the possession over. They great defense by Lineback, though. Nice job by Lineback. He got Thomas pigeonholed in that tackle, or in that corner, excuse me, to come away with the dispossession. 29:44 left here in the first half. Chris Culver's back into the contest for St. James Academy. Gardner puts that one back into play. Falcons gain possession once again. Chorus now. Over to Frank. Frank tries to chip it ahead, looking for Inna. Inna's got it. Inna tried to chip in pass. Looked like he was trying to find the cutting Jones, but knocked out by the Falcons. Kept in play along the far side. They'll say off of Inna and the Thunder. So throw in the defensive third for the Falcons. Header won by Frank, but right to Olathe South. Trying to work it back up the middle are the Falcons. This one played over to Opperman. Opperman working straight down the middle. Now plays the near side to Vassar. Vassar's got some space. Gardner coming up to challenge. Vassar gets around Gardner. Plays it in. Crossing pass. Borner snags it out of the air. It's a great crossing pass there. It looked like the pass might have been intended for Drew Nick, who was right there by Borner when he snagged it out of the air. Jones trying to knock it down in amongst 2 Falcon defenders. Martin now gets a piece of it over to Diegendorf. Diegendorf loses possession. Frank will get it back for St. James. Tangled up, but Thunder keep possession. Culver's looking for Inna. Inna tried to get the header on it. Kept it in favor of St. James. Jones a little bit too much behind that pass. We see Griggle come out to the near side of the goal box to track that one down. Riggle will play it out far side. Just the slight toss to the back line of his defense. Sir Watka on that defensive back line. Trying to get it up. Gardner now slide tackle. Still in play, though. Going to be tracked down by Nick. Knocked down. Gardner has it for the Thunder. Gardner being blocked in by two Falcons players. Gardner tries to knock it out of play. We'll see who it was in favor of. It looks like it's in favor of St. James, as Gardner was able to get it off of the Falcon player. Blake Niermeyer and Gerald Carlton, also Austin Morrell, into the contest for St. James Academy. 26:46 left here in the first half. Olathe South leading this one 1-0 on 810varsity.com. Looks like Martin whistled for an illegal throw-in as he was too far ahead from the spot. Martin gets it into Murrell. And out of play it goes, so stays with the Thunder off of a Falcons player. Battle for it on the far sideline. Be tracked down by Johnson. Colress in there as well. Colress trying to poke it out. St. James will take over now. Martin finds Chubb. Chubb now trickling it down that far sideline, cleared out by Thomas. Actually kept in play by St. James as Chubb comes up now. Tries to center it up. Riggle will come to snag that one out of the goal box. Stephen Inna was bearing down. Colress gets the reset on the goal kick. Colress still with it. Niermeyer right there. Inna as well. One track down by Thomas on the back line of the Falcons. Battle for it is Denny far side. Trying to work around Serwatka. Serwatka played it out. Denny right there will take the throw in this time. Actually, he's going to hand it off. Denny the recipient of the throw in. This one, low line drive pass inside, but broken up by the defense once more by Olathe South. Now they're on the counter, got some wide open space with Opperman far side. Opperman's got plenty of room. Gardner finally gets back. The defense of the St. James as well. Gardner now cuts him off. Also Martin in there to play it out. It's going to set up a corner kick though. Corner kick coming after the counter attack by Nate Opperman and the Falcons. 24-27 left here in this first half. Olathe South leading 1-0. First corner of the contest for either team. This will be far side corner for the Falcons of Olathe South. See Brian Johnson right inside the 6-yard goal box, right by the goalie Sean Borner. On a low line drive right to the St. James defense. Falcons will recontrol though. Now stolen away. Counterattack opportunity here for St. James. Inna now driving near side, right down the middle almost. Inna now trying to round one defender. Gets knocked down by Thomas. Inna fires a shot. Riggle right there to knock it away. Credit the Olathe South defense there, getting back on the counterattack from St. James Academy. Out of play off St. James. Christie had the possession. Now Vassar with the throw-in for the Falcons. Hooven plays it back towards midfield. Will get it back. Hooven now finds Opperman. Back to Savistone. Opperman trying to challenge. Gardner will just send this one out of play. I thought it might have been a corner, actually, because Gardner appeared to be the last one to get a piece of it. But Opperman, according to the referees, said he's the one to get the last piece of that one. So out across the end line it goes and sets up the goal kick. Lineback will take it for the Thunder. Olathe South regains possession. Right around midfield, far side. Murrell trying to track it down. He played it out. Quick throw in by Johnson, looking for Opperman, far side. Carlton got a piece of it. Johnson now with it, far side of the goal box. Johnson weaves through a couple defenders. He's tripped up, though. Whistle and a foul. Just under 22 left here in the first half. We see a free kick coming from the far side of the 18 here for the Falcons of Olathe South. Two-man wall for St. James Academy. It appears to be Gardner and Lineback. Diegendorf now coming up as well. We'll see if he joins in. Now he's going to take marking on Johnson. That one's sent in. Header missed by Gardner to clear. Warner got a piece of it, though, to poke it back out. Falcons regain possession. That one chipped in. Rembrandt that comes up. He misses the shot. Borner was right in front of him. Rembrandt had a look on goal. Borner came in, was right almost on top of Rembrandt. But nothing coming from that one for Olathe South. Score stays 1-0 in favor of the Falcons over the Thunder. Possession been controlled favorably for Olathe South in this first half. Saw a couple looks on goal for St. James Academy. Gardner got a piece of that one with his head. Linebacker will try to clear now, controlled by Christie. Niermeyer now with it. Going to play it towards the near side. Gray. Gray head for Diegendorf. Diegendorf gets cut off by his defender, Stewart. Stewart plays that back in for Thomas on the back line. Now taken back by Murrell. Murrell dispossessed by the Falcons. Now played over far side. Johnson has it. Back towards midfield. Sabiston working on Niermeyer. Sabiston brings it across the midline. Over for Johnson. Johnson gets that one knocked down by Carlton. He'll control. Johnson gets it back, though. It's still in favor of the Falcons. Johnson has it. He's trying to push far side. Johnson brings it into the goal box. Gardner now takes it away. Gardner sends it out far sideline.
Substitution for St. James. Number 21,
Nick Frank is in for St. James Academy. Ryan Hill back into the contest for Olathe South, and Darius Thomas as well back into the contest also. We see the throw-in coming for the Falcons as they're in their attacking third once again. Hill now tried to get it, cut off by St. James Academy. Good defense and anticipation there. That one by Diegendorf, it looked like, from the far side. Falcons still have possession, and St. James coming up with short clears. They can't get it back towards midfield. That one sent way out of play by the Falcons, Ryan Hill. Some more substitutions coming back for St. James. Looks like Stephen Inna, Spencer Jones, and Matthew Brothy as well. 18:30 left here in this first half. 1-0 is the advantage for Olathe South. Lineback with the goal kick. Headed on by the Falcons. Controlled by Inna, though. Nice chip pass towards the far side, looking for Jones. Jones being double-teamed. He gets it stolen away. Hill now with it, trying to push back towards midfield. Hill going back far side. Broken up from behind by Austin Denny. Denny plays it over to Frank. Frank, nice chip pass looking for Inna. Inna's coming to it, and he can't get to that one as Wriggles right on top of it at the top of the 18. Thomas now near side for the Falcons. Brothy backs up with his defense on Thomas. That one's going to go out of play, but stay with Olathe South. Quick throw in to Hill. Played back to Thomas. Thomas tries to keep possession, weaves through Inna and Diegendorf near side. Now we're going to go far side to Sirwatka. Sirwatka ahead for Johnson. Now looking back for Sirwatka. He's playing up from his defensive position there. Gardner now clears. This time back towards midfield. One of the better clears of the first half for St. James. Hill again. He's got a wide open Christie. Christie near side, working back towards the middle. That one fired, but wide left it goes and out of play. Christie weaved himself through a couple Thunder defenders to get that shot right about the top of the 18.
In for St. James, number 16,
Chris Colress and Liam Martin back into the contest for St. James Academy. 16:30 left here in this first half. Olathe South leading this one 1-0 over St. James Academy on 810varsity.com. That goal coming early in the contest. With just about 3 minutes off the clock, Nate Opperman went one-on-one with Sean Broner, and he got the best of Broner. That one broken up by Hill. Still controlled by the Falcons. Still a challenge for it. That one fired. Broner saves it as he dives right to the ground to lay out for that one. Put his body on the line for that save, did Broner. But keeps it at the 1-0 advantage for the Falcons. Broner with the goal kick sent back into play. Diegendorf gets it off his head. Knocked down and still controlled by St. James as Inna try to get it. Now Frank finds Jones. Jones is tripped up, and they will call the penalty on that one. So free kick now coming in the offensive side for St. James. Starting to cool off here on this beautiful Tuesday night as the sun is setting here at the Olathe District Athletic Complex as these two teams take on each other in high school boys soccer action in the state of Kansas. That free kick from Gardner controlled by the Falcons. Olathe South came into the season the number 3 team in the state of Kansas. Rio comes out at the top of the goal box to clear. But Olathe South, according to the Kansas Soccer Coaches Association, number 3 in the state of Kansas. St. James would have, including tonight, have played 3 of the top 5 already in the preseason poll for the state of Kansas. The other 2 being St. Thomas Aquinas and Blue Valley West. And they will play Washburn Rule, who sits at 4th in the preseason poll later on this season. (14:20) left here in this first half. Falcons leading 1-0 off a Nate Opperman goal with 3 minutes gone by in this contest. Free kick right behind the midline. Falcons straight up the middle. Going to be sent near side. Rembrandt. Try to chip pass from Christie back to Rembrandt. He gets it broken up by Brophy. Brophy and Christie hit the deck. Lineback will try to clear. Their whistle, I'll say, penalty on St. James. So that sets up a free kick in the attacking third near side. A few yards short of that 18-yard goal box. But definitely a promising place to set up a crossing pass for Olathe South. 2-man wall, Lineback and Gardner right along the 18. That one chipped in. Nice air behind that one. Missed everybody. Sent towards the goal and off the far post. Lineback clears. Beautiful shot, though. That one fired way over the top of the crossbar by Darius Thomas. But the shot attempt there, I'm unaware who was credited with that shot, but it's a beautiful one off the far side post. And Lineback got a piece back to put it out of harm's way for St. James. He'll get the goal kick here with 12:43 left here in the first half. Colress and Kohanek into the contest for St. James. Burner saves another one. Bearing down Opperman was. Opperman tried to fire his second goal of the contest in there, but Bronner right into his own chest. The diving save. Goal kick missed on by everybody at midfield. Going to be tracked down by Jones. Jones tries to back it up, keep it in favor of the Thunder. Colress now scanning for it. Jones going to poke it in the air near side. Brothy, the lone Thunder player, trying to track it down. Being tracked down by Darius Thomas. Off of Brothy, throw in for Vassar and the Falcons. That throw in goes off of Hill. So St. James catches a break now into their own offensive side of the ball. Marquez with it. Tries to dribble it around his defender Hill, but Thomas comes up to challenge and takes it away. Martin now with it. Martin looking for Inna, who had some space, but knocked down by the defense. Inna now has it. Inna fires, and that one over the top of the crossbar it goes. A little bit too much air behind that shot by Steven Inna, but he's had a couple of good looks here in this first half. That one just too much behind the shot, and the first one a great save by Nick Riggle, the sophomore goalkeeper for Olathe South. Marquez wins on the header. Going to be tracked down by Sir Watka. Watka loses possession. Inna now with the Inna tries to center it up for Diegendorf. Sliding is Riggle to snag it out of the air. Jones and Diegendorf right there on the nice pass from Inna would have had to look on goal, but Riggle, beautiful slide in there to take it away. Chorus ahead to Jones, going to go far side. Looking for Inna. Be tracked down by Adrian Thomas. Out of play and a throw in favor of the Falcons with 10 minutes left here in this first half. Olathe South leading this one 1-0. Free kick, excuse me, instead of a throw in on the far sideline. Thomas has it, going to play it over to Vassar. The near side back. Gardner intercepts that one. Ahead for Colress. Colress dispossessed right at midfield by Robert Hoven. Ahead for Hill. Marquez back to Gardner. Now Colress. Colress trying to find Inna, pushing down the far side. Inna's got Diegendorf centered up. Diegendorf tried to chip pass to himself. Couldn't get to it, and that one's going to go. And that one's barely saved as Riggle came out. It chipped over him by Diegendorf, but cleared by Vassar. Kyle Vassar saving a goal that would have notched this one up. Linebuck comes bearing down on Ryan Hill, near side. Is out of play off St. James. We see some substitutions coming in, but St. James almost coming up with the equalizer here with about 9 minutes to go in this first half. Diegendorf, who scored the lone goals in the last two contests for St. James Academy, almost came up with his third goal of the season. Riggle came up to challenge towards the top of the 18. Diegendorf able to chip it over him and keep himself upright to go after it, but Kyle Vassar of the back line for the Falcons still there on top of things to help out his goalkeeper and keep it in favor of Olathe South on the scoreboard, the 1-0 score. A free kick coming. Clay Stewart will take it for the Falcons near side. 8 minutes left here. That one centered up right at the top of the 18. Marquez got a piece of it for St. James Academy. Marquez now comes in and takes that one away. Inna now ahead looking for the far side. Marquez trying to track it down. That one tracked down by Savastine. Savastine back to Hill. Hill almost lost the possession himself, but able to regather it as Johnson got ahead of it. Knocked down by Opperman. Trying to keep it in play. Opperman near side. Looking around Denny. Opperman's got some speed, showcasing it there. It's passed ahead to Hill. Gardner bodying off Opperman, trying to keep possession. Foul on Olathe South, so free kick now coming. We saw some jockeying for position there. Most of that's let go in the game of soccer, but referees have to be on top of things to make sure it doesn't get extensive throughout the game. Gardner with the free kick, looking for Jones. Inna finds it, fires. Riggle with the save right at the top of the 6. Bobbled it, but made sure he snagged it before anyone could come up with a rebound shot. And Inna with his third very good look on goal here in this first half. We've just seen things not pan out as far as the ball ending up in the back of the net for St. James Academy. Some great looks, but the finishing maneuver right there, just unable to get there. Some great saves coming by Riggle, or a little bit too much behind some of the shots, and a great save on the defensive back line by Kyle Vassar as well, just a few minutes ago. Frank chipped it over his head, but Hill will control for the Falcons. Now Hill gets it once again. Lost possession, now played towards the near side. Vassar up from his defensive position. Crossing pass, headed on by Martin. Jones looking for Inna. Jones hits the pitch, and now they'll set up a free kick. Definitely been a high-paced game here in this first half. We saw Olathe South dictating that pace through about the first 20 minutes. That free kick booming over everyone. Headed on. Denny's going to actually control. He missed on it. He controls it still, though, near side of the 18. And we'll see if Denny is whistled for the penalty there, warned by the referee as he's trying to body off maybe a little of an extra push on Drew Nick. But St. James gets it back off the free kick. Denny near side once again. This one looking for Inna, but over his head. Checked down by Thomas. This is Adrian Thomas. Vassar near side. 2 St. James players. Denny gets it back. Vassar will play it out. Throw in now for the Thunder. Lineback comes up. Substitutions now coming in for St. James.
Number 2,
Blake Niermeyer and Austin Morrell back into the contest for the Thunder. Lineback still to take the throw in near side. 4:30 left here in the first half. Still 1-0 advantage for Olathe South. Plenty of opportunities, though, for St. James Academy here in the latter part of this first half. See Brophy hit the deck. Nick Frank now tracks it down. Frank trying to work around Sabiston. Frank tries to play it back. Martin now centers it up for Niermeyer. Niermeyer gets a takeaway from Adrian Thomas. Thomas ahead for Johnson. Lineback there with some defense. And Lineback pushed. That's a penalty on Olathe South. Gardner now with the free kick for St. James. As I was saying, we'll see if they can come up with the equalizer here. Murrell charging in. Riggle snags it out of the air, but Murrell was right there on top of it as well. Could have almost gone either way. Great anticipation by Gardner to where Murrell was headed. Quick foul on Marquez and St. James. The Falcons tried to quickly put it back in play, but the referee has a different idea, and we'll reset that one just now. Long distance shot, now to play it goes wide right. Nate Opperman. Probably not the look you want if you're Olathe South, as you had some early great looks in this first half on goal. You might not want to be shooting from that long of distance. Sean Brunner will actually take the goal kick this time. 2:38 left here in this first half. Brunner plays it near side. Brophy, but Looks like Vassar comes streaking up and heads it down to take possession. Brophy now challenging. Vassar and Brophy hit the deck. Lineback now with the defense. Some jockeying for position once again, and we'll see who it's on. It's on Olathe South. The aggressiveness has picked up here in the latter part of the first half. It's Opperman now, the foremost ahead forward. Got the speed working. 4 St. James players converge on him. Gardner, Frank, Martin, as well as Kolhanick. Opperman credited with a shot there, actually, but it was knocked out of play. It's going to be set to be a goal kick for St. James Academy. It appeared they might have went off of a St. James player, and 4 players converged on Opperman, but referee's ruling, it went off of Opperman and the Olathe South Falcons. So a minute 16 left here in the first half. Borner plays the short kick ahead, far sideline for Martin. Opperman ticketed for the penalty there. Minute winding down left here in this first half. Murrell now trying to get to it, far sideline. Thomas just knocks it out. Murrell will take the throw in for St. James. Murrell finds Frank. Frank has 2 defenders converging on him, and that one's out of play off of Nick Frank and St. James Academy. You'll see Olathe South take as much time as possible here with 35 seconds left here in this first half. They set up the goal kick. Looks like they're going to go into the half with the 1-0 advantage over St. James Academy. Goal kick put back into play with 20 seconds now left here in the half. Knocked down, header won by Colress, but Hill ends up with the possession. Hill now chipped ahead for Johnson, but would have been an offsides call, as Brunner was well on top of that one as well. 6 seconds left. Niermeyer trying to find Brophy. Brophy broken up there. Nice job by Stewart to stifle that re-counter attack with seconds ticking down in this first half. Definitely a hard-fought first half between both teams. The goal was scored within 3 minutes of the contest. Nate Opperman, the senior for Olathe South, getting on the board as he challenged one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Sean Borner. This contest going to be a hard-fought battle in the second half as well. You can count on that one, as St. James Academy goes into the half trailing by 1 to Olathe South, but they had plenty of opportunities, did the Thunder. Stephen Inna credited with 3 shots on goal that I can recall that came up with some great saves by Nick Riggle, or one that went over the top of the crossbar. Ian Diegendorf had one bearing down, and Kyle Vassar with a great defensive save from his backline position as well. But we'll be back momentarily with second half action live on 810varsity.com as Olathe South Falcons lead 1-0 over the St. James Academy Thunder. And welcome back here to the broadcast on 810varsity.com. Mike Smith bringing you the action tonight. Special thanks to my film guy, Kyle Larson. 30 seconds before the start of the second half. 1-0 is the advantage for Olathe South Falcons over the St. James Academy Thunder here at the ODAC, the Olathe District Athletic Complex. We'll see if St. James Academy can keep their aggressiveness that they had in the latter part of the first half. They had some great looks on goal. Stephen Inna with 3, to my recollection, and Ian Diegendorf with 1 as well. A beautiful defensive save coming on the end by Kyle Vassar on the Diegendorf shot on goal. Olathe South will work right to left, while St. James, will work left to right across your screen. 40 minutes left here in the contest. St. James will start off with possession here in the second half. Diegendorf and Inna at midfield. St. James in their navy blue jerseys, white numbers. Olathe South in the white jerseys, blue shorts, and blue numbers. Nate Opperman scoring the lone goal of the contest in the first half, 3 minutes into the game. Got around the whole defensive back line of St. James Academy. That one chipped ahead quickly by Inna near side, looking for Jones. Chubb as well in on there. Tracked down by Darius Thomas. Now Ryan Hill, near sideline. Converged on by Chubb and Colress. Broken up. Falcons still control. Dylan Harrington. Marquez ahead. Inna now takes it away. Inna now chip ahead for Diegendorf. Tries to weave through a couple defenders. Gets it stolen away before he can fire the shot. Would have had to look on goal there, but nice defense once again by Olathe South. Throw in quickly by St. James on the far side. Jones tried the header, flicked it in, and Riggle with the save. 39-12 left here in the contest, and a quick shot towards the goal by St. James. So the aggressiveness is still there for the Thunder as Jones tried the header on goal. Chubb now trying to track it down. Clears it ahead towards midfield. Thomas comes up from his defensive position. Opperman through the legs of Colress, but Chubb got a piece of it. Inna now ahead the near side. Diegendorf trying to get to it. Stewart plays it towards the far side of the defense with Vassar. That one's stolen by Marquez. Going to play it off to Colress. Colress volleys that one ahead for Jones. Jones got the position. Now he's knocked away by Stewart. Jones regains possession. Now hits the deck, and he's going to get the penalty called in his favor. So St. James Academy will have a free kick. Free kick right on the line of the near side part of the 18. So in the danger zone of a penalty shot there, but not a penalty shot. 3-man wall by Olathe South. Inna to take the free kick near side of the 18. 37-48 left here in the first half. Volleys that one in. Riggle pokes it out of the air before anyone can get to it. So Inna just tried to fire it right towards the goal. But Riggle with a nice save. It sets up the corner. This will be a far side corner. First one of the contest for St. James Academy. We've only seen a couple corners, including this one, in tonight's contest. Colress, nice volley in there. That one headed on, still bobbed around. Linebuck tried a shot, but couldn't bend it enough towards the goal, and that one out of play. Goal kick now coming. Hill wins it off the header. Now Gardner with the clear, skied it into the air. In the vicinity of Jones. Jones trying to poke it ahead. Thomas got a piece of it. Harrington now trying to track down for the Falcons. Slide tackle by Marquez. He controls. Marquez trying to work it back towards the 18. Through two defenders. Now just going to poke it back out to Inna. And it gets it stolen away by Harrington as well as Sirwatka. Off of Inna and the Thunder, so goal kick now. Again, one for the Falcons. 36-25 left in the contest. So first 4 minutes of this second half, we see St. James trying to push the tempo in their favor. Had a couple good looks towards the goal off a corner kick and one off a set play off their offensive sets. This one, Olathe South now chipped ahead. Gardner sends it towards the near side, looking for Hill. Now for Johnson. Johnson through two defenders, through Martin and Chubb. Tried to fire the shot, and that one wide left it goes. Johnson, though, weaved in between Chubb and Liam Martin. Good idea by Brian Johnson because he had the look on goal. He had plenty of grass in front of him to fire that one. Just not the right angle towards the goal there. Fired on his shot. Chubb sends it ahead. Degendorf trying to bear down. Stewart will get to it near side. Degendorf falls down. Stewart will control. Still challenged for it. No penalty on St. James Academy, so Olathe South on the restarts. Hill tried to run through with the ball, but before he had possession, this time sent ahead for Johnson. Gardner there will track it down. Opperman now trying to take it away from Gardner. Bodies off Gardner, and out of play it goes. Throw in coming. Actually, no, they're going to say goal kick. Lineback with the goal kick for the Thunder of St. James Academy. Chubb plays it back to Martin. Martin skies it in the air, looking for Inna. Inna knocks it down. Corrals looking for Jones. Cut off by the Falcons. Stewart with the defense. Be throw in for St. James Academy. Nick Frank back into the contest, seeing his first action here in the second half. 33-50 left in the contest. Olathe South leading this one 1-0 over St. James. Throw in. Frank gets the possession for the Thunder. Dispossessed there by Savaston. That one sent into the crowd and out of play by Brody Savaston. Chubb with the throw in. Wastes no time looking for Jones. Pokes it back to Chubb. Volley pass looking for Degendorf, but couldn't get to it. Jones now centers that one up. Crossing pass. Riggle to snag it out of the air. Inna was right there in front of Riggle. Riggle knocks that one all the way back to the back line of St. James. Headed on by Sirwatka. Tracked down by Jones, near side. Jones trying to work around Thomas. That's going to go off the leg of Thomas. Throw in Brian Chubb, near side. Finds Jones. Back to Chubb. Crossing pass through everybody. Tracked down by the Falcons. Hill now with it. Hill near side. Johnson. Johnson keeps it in. And I'll say Johnson actually didn't keep it in. A little bit delayed. They let Johnson go with it, but he was out of play. Savaston ahead for Hooven. Hooven over to Hill. Hill's got Johnson. Martin gets a piece of that one. Bounces out of play. Sirwatka will take the throw in. Midfield. Finds Opperman in amongst four defenders. Finds Johnson now. Near side of the 18. Tries a crossing pass. Borna will get the slow roller in there. Pick it up. Last time these two teams met was last year, just about this time, September 7th of last year to be matter of fact. It was at this complex here at the ODAC. Olathe South won that game 1-0, which is the current score here of this one into the second half with 31-15 left in the contest. The 1-0 score, and that's been the score for pretty much the entire game. 3 minutes into the game, Olathe South put that tally on the board with Nate Opperman. Olathe South sitting at 3-1 on the season. They've scored 8 goals now on the year, including tonight. Only given up 3, and that's a penalty right there. That one appears to be on Ryan Hill of Olathe South, so free kick now coming. Looks like Inna will line up for this free kick with about 30-20 left here in the contest. Two-man wall lined up straight ahead of Inna. Chip pass, that one intended for Denny, couldn't get to him. Inna now will control off the clear. Gets it stolen away by Hooven. Hooven now pushing it ahead towards midfield, looks for Hill. Hill, gonna go far side. Nice header, looking for Opperman now, trying to track it down right about midfield. Opperman gets a piece of it. Gardner still with his defense. Opperman fires the shot. Borner with the save.
Shot number 7, Nate Opperman.
Opperman and Gardner battling it out there for that one. Opperman still able to get the shot, but Borner coming away with the save for St. James. Opperman now far side. Looks like it was a chip pass back to Opperman, but he was ahead of that one. Gardner trying to track down. Opperman now will get a piece of it. Gardner pokes it away, looking for Marquez. Tracked down by Hooven. Hooven over to Hill. Hill, chip shot. Borner with the save. Scooping it out of the air.
Shot by Ryan Hill.
Good idea there by Ryan Hill as he tried something different for the Falcons. Penalty on Jones. Falcons get the free kick. Yellow card issued. That's going to be ticketed to Stephen Inna, so his name will be written down in the book. He's going to go take a seat. Blake Niemeyer into the contest, taking the place of Stephen Inna, who was just issued the yellow card. Now we'll see a slew of substitutions for both teams. Matthew Brothy, Ben Colhanick, and Chris Colris into the game for St. James Academy.
In for Olathe South, number 13, Darius Thomas, and number 18, Marcelino Verona.
Darius Thomas and Marcelina Verona, into the contest for Olathe South. 28-51 left in the contest. Olathe South leading this one 1-0 with the free kick. Stewart fires it far side. And this one now sent. Crossing pass, nice job. Borner comes up with a save, still fired in there. Off the top of the crossbar, Martin clears. That one fired in on the rebound by Hooven. Borner had collided with a Falcon player on the initial shot when he came up with a save. Hooven had wide open goal to fire that one in, but over the top of the, hitting the top of the crossbar, it went. Serwatka now ahead. Trying to track it down is Verona. Verona now with it, loses possession. Lineback with the clear, still in lineback's favor. Vassar now with it, far side. Through Brothy, and then out of play it goes. Stays with the Falcons. As I mentioned, Olathe South coming into tonight's contest 3-1. St. James coming into tonight's contest 1-3. Lone victory, a 5-0 win over Topeka West in the first round of the Blue Valley West Fat Cat tournament. St. James has given up 7 goals on the season, as well as scored 7 goals in the season, but 5 of those coming in one game. Free kick, far side, and amongst the crowd of everyone, Lineback tried to clear. Whistle and penalty on Olathe South inside the goal box, so free kick right above the 6-yard box. Gardner puts a boot behind that one. Tracked down by Serwatka near side. Finds Johnson ahead. Back to Serwatka. Now finds Opperman. Opperman around. Gardner's got some space. Martin now bodied him off and got the possession away. Gardner now with it. Ahead for Jones, but out of play it goes.
In for St. James, number 11,
Stephen Inna back into the game
number 16.
after he was issued a yellow card just a few minutes ago. .26-12 left in the game. Serwatka with the throw-in. Header won by Christie. Christie ahead. Opperman trying to track it down. Martin will have it. Martin finds Colress. Colress fires, but right into the feet of Sabastone. Frank now finds Inna. Inna fires us back towards midfield. Had Diegendorf, but intercepted by Thomas. Verona. Verona goes far side, but knocked away by St. James. Vassar tracks it down for the Falcons. And this one going to go into the goal box, and Borner will come up to snatch it. Met at midfield by no one. Tracked down by Thomas of the Falcons. Now Verona got a piece of it to send it into the offensive side. Ahead is Thomas. Thomas plays it towards the near side. Got Christie. Crossing pass. Christie comes finding it. He's got some space. He couldn't fire that shot. Now going to hand it off to Verona. Verona fires a shot. Burner with the save. Diving to his right, excuse me. Brunner quickly put that one back in. Lineback tried to play it ahead the far side, looking for Diegendorf.
In for St. James, number 13, Zach Marquez, number 19,
Austin Denny, Zach Marquez, and Brian Chubb back in for St. James.
Olathe South, number 5, Ryan Hill.
Ryan Hill back in. Off the throw in, the Falcons keep possession. Working it down the far sideline. Lineback with the big boot. Inna now trying to keep it in play. But he's just going to send it out across the end line to set up the goal kick. Actually, they'll say throw in before Inna got a piece of it. So throw in on the far sideline for Olathe South. Either way, in favor of the Falcons. 23-37 left here in the contest as Olathe South leads this one 1-0 over St. James Academy. Serwatka near side. Crossing pass ahead, headed on by the Thunder. Fired long distance shot over the top of the crossbar. Out of play it went.
Shot by Ryan Hill.
Ryan Hill putting that one on goal. Under 23 minutes left here in tonight's contest. St. James still in search of their first goal of the game. Olathe South got the first tally of the contest 3 minutes into the game with Nate Opperman. Verona. Lineback gets a piece. Colress now being challenged by 2 Falcons players. Hill gets it over to Verona. Verona ahead for Opperman. Opperman's got some space. Well, he was onside, and that one blocked by Borner, but they're actually going to say Opperman was offside. It appeared that he was onside before the pass. A little too close was Nate Opperman. Borner comes up with the save either way, but will not be credited with it as it was an offside call. So
Number 21, Nick Frank.
Nick Frank back into the contest for St. James. Gardner with the free kick. 22 minutes left here in the contest. Almost 3/4 of the way done with the game. Degendorf tried to head it in favor of the Thunder. Opperman near side, back for Verona. Now over to Hooven. Hooven to Sirwatka. Ahead down the far side for Christie. Opperman now with it. Verona looks like he might fire a long distance shot, and he does. Nice jump save by Bronner. Header, and that one's in there. Bronner comes up with the save initially on the Verona shot, but a header by Ryan Hill puts it in the back of the net as Bronner couldn't corral the first shot. He had to poke it out with his hand, and Ryan Hill responds with the rebound. So that's 2-0 now for Olathe South over St. James Academy here at the Olathe District Athletic Complex. It appears the crowd for Olathe South, it is Ryan Hill's birthday, so a pretty good birthday present for Ryan Hill, but not a good present for the St. James Academy Thunder as they now trail by 2 goals, 2-0 to Olathe South. The Thunder had the aggressiveness that they had in the latter part of the first half translated to the first part of this second half with a couple more good looks on goal, but still unable to cash in on anything, putting it in the back of the net. Nick Riggle has been very good in the goal box. Miro knocks it down. He's got some space. Miro going to take it himself. Going to be picked up by Riggle. Got some good defense by Sirwatka to recover as well on Miro. But that one stopped once again by Nick Riggle. Chubb tried to head it back in his favor. Now Johnson with it. Ahead. Gardner gets a piece of it. Now tracked down by Hill. Hill pushing it down the near sideline. Hill, the goal scorer for Olathe South just a minute ago. Gardner clears. Finds Mural near side. Sirwatka with some defense. Watka plays it over to Thomas. Broken up by Colress, who charged in there. Nice interception on the anticipation by Colress. Plays it back to Marquez. Marquez bodied off. That'll be a penalty on Olathe South. 20 minutes left here in the contest. Free kick by Chris Colress for St. James Academy. Booming volley towards everybody. Riggle cut underneath, but he comes up with it out of the air. Looks like Mural was the one that got underneath Riggle. Mural a little shaken up on the play. Riggle puts it back in from the goal box position. Denny now trying to track it down. Flying all over the place is the ball. Possession going to go in favor of St. James. Players hitting the pitch everywhere, but still in favor now of Olathe South. This one chipped ahead by Rimmer, near side for Johnson. Johnson working through 2 defenders. Another defender converges, Colress. Johnson going to play it towards the far side. Niermeyer tracks it down before it can get to any Falcon player. Vassar now trying to take it away from Niermeyer. Vassar keeps it in play far side, takes it away from Niermeyer. Now over to Verona and out of play. Still in favor of the Falcons, though, as it appears to win off Niermeyer. Colress now takes it for the Thunder. Hill tries to dispossess Colress. Knocks it away just enough for the Falcons to take it. Hill now with it, plays it back. This one to Savaston. Savaston goes far side. Crossing pass. Borner gets that one out of the air. That one's sent towards the post. 18 minutes left here in the game. St. James Academy trailing by 2 to Olathe South. First goal coming in the game 3 minutes into the contest by Nate Opperman. Second goal about 3 or 4 minutes ago by Ryan Hill. It's Verona now with it. Plays it far side. Centered in. Liam Martin got a piece of it. Gardner knocks it in the air. Martin now heads it out. Inna tries to clear. Mural back towards midfield off the header. Chorus corrals now for St. James. Volley ahead looking for Niermeyer. Vassar got a piece of it. He'll play it back to his goalkeeper, Riggle. Serwaka ahead for Hill. Looking for Johnson near side. Chubb now trying to converge on the defense as well as Gardner. Chubb gets a piece of it, but knocked over by Brian Johnson. Johnson whistled for the penalty, so free kick. Gardner will take it deep in the defensive end for St. James. Mural Skies knocks it in from off the header, but Thomas will take it. Now Niermeyer steals it away. Niermeyer still trying to push ahead. Thomas now with it. Mural's caught to come up with it. Serwaka with the possession. Over to Hill. Johnson now with it. Going to push it back towards midfield. Back to the back line with Thomas. Thomas loses it. Niermeyer ahead for Mural near side. Serwaka trying to get to it. Serwaka converging some speed there on Mural. Tries to clear. Chubb gets it back. Niermeyer gets it, and he's going to chip it back to Chubb. Try to keep the possession in favor of St. James. Collision with Thomas. Thomas will take it for the Falcons. Now hands it off to Hill. Hill plays it back towards midfield. Now steal. Marquez now ahead. He's got Inna. Now one stifled quickly by the Falcons. 15:48 left here in the game. Vassar will have the throw in far side after some substitutions. Diegendorf back into the contest for St. James.
In for St. James, number 10, Ian Diegendorf, and in for Olathe South, number 7.
Nate Opperman back into the game for Olathe South. 15:20 left in the contest as Olathe South leads it 2-0 over St. James Academy here on 810varsity.com. Out again on the Thunder, so Vassar now will have the throw in the defensive side for the Falcons. That was off Diegendorf. Chorus gets the initial touch off the throw in. Now Gardner has it. Gardner has it far side, trying to work ahead. Knocked down by the Falcons. Chorus will corral, though, for the Thunder. So keeps it in favor of St. James. Poked away by Hill. Knocked into the air, Verona. Hill now has it. Hill goes around midfield. Got Johnson wide open. Johnson onside. No, they'll say he's offside. Once again, didn't see the initial flag come up for the offsides call, but Brian Johnson called offside. Had plenty of green in front of him. Would have had a great look one-on-one with Sean Borner. And Opperman now controls for the Falcons once again. Going far side for Verona. Going to be tracked down by Denny and out of play.
In for St. James, number 21, Nick Frank. In for Olathe South, number 14, Robert Hooven.
Nick Frank back in for St. James. Robert Hooven back in for the Falcons of Olathe South. Throw in for Olathe South. Lineback gets ahead on it now in favor of the Thunder. They're still on the defensive side, though, and so not out of threat. Hill fires a shot. That would have been A little bit wide, but Borner comes away with the save. Hill has one of the 2 goals of the contest for the Falcons, the other coming by Nate Opperman. Both of those players ranked by TopDrawerSoccer.com. Opperman, number 19 in the Heartland region for seniors, while Ryan Hill is number 9 in the Heartland region for juniors. Johnson now around his defender and Martin. Martin regains. This one corralled by lineback. No one in there for the Falcons on the center of goal. Tracked down by Malinowski. We'll lose possession there. Excuse me, that was Adrian Thomas, not Malinowski, that tracked it down originally. Penalty on St. James Academy, so it'll be a free kick. Opperman appears to be taking the free kick here for the Falcons. We'll see if St. James sets up any sort of wall. 2-man wall coming by St. James. And then Stewart elected to take the free kick. That one fired from distance, but out of play. Goes across the end line. Brody Sabiston. Goal kick now coming for St. James Academy. 12 minutes left here in the contest between Olathe South and St. James Academy.
Number 11, Stephen Enna, and number 16,
Chris Colress, Stephen Enna, and Spencer Jones. Back in, we see head coach Rick Enna trying to work in a lineup that can produce some goals. We see the Falcons now challenging once again. Opperman with it. Loses possession right at the top of the 18. Well, and Opperman will be ticketed for the penalty there. Free kick coming for Gardner. Delayed call, but Opperman will get issued a yellow card here. Appears some extracurricular verbiage after the play, after the initial penalty call by Opperman maybe, to warrant the yellow card. His name will go down in the book, and he will take a seat after that. We'll see the referee go over and talk with the coaches real quick. Alex Rimburn into the contest, taking place of Opperman. So free kick coming for the Thunder of St. James Academy. Matthew Gardner will reset it with the free kick on the defensive 18. .26 left in the contest. 2-0 is the advantage for the Falcons of Olathe South over the Thunder of St. James Academy here on 810varsity.com. Awaiting referee's official whistle to get things back underway, and here we go. So after the booking of Nate Opperman, we're back underway after the free kick. Yellow card issued for both teams in this contest. Stephen Enna getting the yellow card here in this second half for St. James Academy, and Nate Opperman, getting the yellow card for Olathe South just moments ago. Out of play, Olathe South keeps possession, far side throw in, lineback with the header, and out of play once again. Falcons keeping up the aggressiveness here in this latter part of the second half. Gerald Carlton back into the contest for St. James. Darius Thomas and Corey Christie back in for Olathe South. They have the throw in far side. Colress tracks it down to clear. Denny tried to get a piece of it. Now back towards midfield. Sabastone tried to get to it. Now it's going to be poked out by Hooven. Hooven finds Serwatka. Weaves in between a few defenders. Knocked out by Martin. Colress clears back towards midfield. Tracked down by Diegendorf. Quick poke over to Jones. Frank gets a piece of it. Finds Enna. Enna keeps it in favor of the Thunder. Ahead for Denny. This one going to be tracked down by Stewart before Denny can get to it along the far side. St. James will have the throw in as Stewart played it out of bounds. Then he gets it back off the pass from Inna. Out again, and the Thunder still have possession with 9:38 left here in the game. Now, so we switch possession there with the Falcons having it. Trip up by the Falcons, so it'll be a free kick. Just about 9 minutes left here in the game. Olathe South leading 2-0 behind a Nate Opperman and Ryan Hill goal apiece. Fired in. Inna tried the header, but couldn't get it in the direction of the goal, and out across the end line it goes. Good idea there off the free kick by St. James Academy. Zone fired a low line drive, and Inna got his head on it. Just the trajectory of the header a little bit off. Goal kick by Olathe South at midfield. Frank gets a piece of it for St. James Academy. Kept in by Denny. Tracked down by Carlton. Now ahead. Inna gets a piece of it. Savastone steals it away. Savastone ahead, far side. Had Rembrandt. Falcons still have possession right about midfield. Poked away. Thunder now will take it. Now the Falcons going to go near side. This one for Christie. Stolen away by Chubb. Chubb trying to mount the offensive counter. Loses possession. Dispossessed by Adrian Thomas. Throw in for the Falcons in their attacking third. Quickly in by Hill. Nice challenge there. Shot, nice pass, and that one broken up by Frank. You thought the shot was going to be fired there by Hooven. But it was a nice pass, and that one cleared out by Frank and off of Olathe South. Nice job by Frank to play it off of a Falcon to set up the goal kick instead of a corner for the Falcons. Serwaka wins the header off the goal kick. Tracked down by Christie. Ahead for Hill. Double teamed by Gardner and Chubb near side. Gardner gonna knock it out. Throw in quickly. This one by Christie. Christie has it. Tries to center it up for Rembrandt. This one now wide open. Shot. Bronner comes up with a save and snatches it off the ground. Good job. Heads up play by Bronner to make sure he got to that one. No rebound shot coming by that. Darius Thomas with the initial shot. Almost set up a rebound potential there, though, which was how Olathe South got their second goal of this contest off a rebound. Free kick far side off the penalty from St. James. Hooven, far side. Pokes it into Thomas. Back to Hooven, crossing pass. Borner comes out to knock it away. Martin and Borner collide. Shot fired. Nice save by Martin, helping out his goalkeeper, Borner. Falcons still have possession. They're trying to work it back. Now Hill. Hill gets around Chubb. Chubb now gets back. Martin there as well. Hill again gets through everybody. Borner now right there as Hill chips down way ahead. Oh, Borner with the save. Hill looked like he was trying to find a shot, but he found Thomas, it appears, on the far side. Borner was heads-up play there to come away with the save. Still a 2-0 advantage for the Falcons of Olathe South, though, with 5:35 left in the game. St. James will have to mount some offensive counters or attacks or set plays. And they'll have a chance here with a free kick. Looks like Stephen Inna will line up for the free kick. Just about 5 minutes left to play between these two squads. Two-man wall by the Falcons. Inna tries to fire it towards the goal, and out of play it goes. Wide left. Sets up the goal kick. Stephen Leinbach and Matthew Brophy back in for St. James Academy. 4:36 is left in the game as the clock winding down. Falcons get it off the goal kick. Hill now ahead for Christie. Christie's got some space. Gardner now going to body him off. Brunner will snatch it out of the air. Gardner poked it away from Christie. Brunner has given up 2 goals in tonight's contest, but had some great saves to keep this one from getting out of hand tremendously, because Olathe South has had plenty of good looks on goal, but Brunner has definitely been a stopper here tonight. Linebeck knocks it up in the air. Inna along the far side. Diegendorf trying to track down, as well as Jones. Diegendorf gets the possession. Finds Colress. Colress going to fire a distance shot, and out of play that one goes. Goal kick now coming. .3:15 left here in the game. 2-0 the advantage for the Olathe South Falcons over St. James Academy here on 810varsity.com. Goals in tonight's contest coming by Nate Opperman in the first half, 3 minutes into the contest, and Ryan Hill in the second half, scoring the second goal for Olathe South, and that puts us at the 2-0 advantage for the Falcons. We see Inna, a nice crossing pass for Diegendorf. Got some space, had Jones as well. Now broken up by the defensive back line of the Falcons once again. Adrian Thomas with that clear. Martin now plays it off Thomas. Throw in. Gardner comes up quickly. Wasting no time is the Thunder. Jones with it. Bought it off by Serwatka. Jones tried a crossing pass to Brophy. Brophy's not going to be able to get to that one. It looks like it's going to be out of play. No, it actually stays in. Looks like it was going to go across the end line. Brophy now tried to play it, but the Falcons take it away. It appeared Brophy thought it would go out of play, so he didn't play it. Offsides is the call there. Alex Rembrandt tried for the counter with Olathe South, but he was offsides. Lineback puts it back in off the free kick. Minute 46 left in the contest. Offsides once again for Olathe South. Olathe South a little bit ahead of themselves here on some offensive counters in this second half with the offsides calls. Oh, some open space. We see Jones. Jones, just a little bit too much air behind that shot by Spencer Jones. But another look on goal for St. James Academy. Dylan Harrington and Marcelino Varona into the contest for Olathe South with a minute left here to go. Goal kick now coming by Olathe South. Played back towards midfield. Headed on by Colress. Diegendorf chipped it to Jones. This one knocked out of play by the Falcons. Chubb will come take the throw in. 46 seconds left here. Inna. Back to Chubb. Chubb trying to work around Verona. He gets around Verona, now pushing it up the near sideline. Chubb tries to center it up, looking for Inna and Diegendorf as well there. This one played back towards the near side corner. Olathe South with it. Serwatka ahead to Verona. The near sideline. Verona gets dispossessed by Inna. Inna now crossing pass. Brophy now trying to challenge. Intercepted by the defense of Olathe South. Still trying to challenge for it is Diegendorf. He gets it taken away. This one's sent out. Ryan Hill with it. 8 seconds left here. Hill pushes across midfield. Tripped up. That's a penalty on St. James. A free kick. But that's going to do it for the contest. That's it. 2-0 win for Olathe South. They've improved to 4-1 on the season. St. James Academy falls to 1-4 on the season. A 2-0 victory for Olathe South here at the Olathe District Athletic Complex. Great game between these two squads. A definitely high-paced game for both teams. Both teams had awesome looks on goal and some great saves by their goalkeepers. Nick Riggle for Olathe South, St. James Academy goalkeeper Sean Borner with some electric saves, especially in the latter part of this second half, to keep this as close a contest as it was. 1-0 going in at halftime off the Nate Opperman goal, scored within the first 3 minutes of the contest. And then 2-0 the advantage, improved upon by Olathe South after a Ryan Hill goal here in the second half. Thanks as always for tuning in here on 810varsity.com. Next game for St. James Academy will be Thursday, September 15th at Bishop Miege High School, 6:30 p.m. We should have that broadcast on 810varsity.com. Not 100% sure if we will have that game, but it is slated to be broadcast. Next game for Olathe South, they will travel to Shawnee Mission Northwest on Tuesday, September 13th at 7 p.m. So they will have that game for them. St. James Academy falls here to Olathe South 2-0 on 810varsity.com.